Hi, this is a how-to video on how to use Save My Bookmarks. When you register, you will get this page. And on this page, you'll see your name. In this case, we have a generic your name, but if your name is Bud Hines, it will say, "Welcome, Bud Hines, to your Save My Bookmarks page." You also get two default categories. Donna's Sites, which is all the sites that my wife hosts, and you'll get a category for news. If you want to change anything here, for instance, you want to say network news, well, all you have to do is click on the news category and you'll get this window, and you can rename it to, let's say, My News. You hit save and it's been renamed. Now, the purpose of Save My Bookmarks was we got this started because my wife, whenever she uses a browser, she opens 30 or 40 pages and her computer will run out of memory. And typically she keeps those pages up because so she can refer to them. And trying to use the bookmarks for Firefox and Chrome just didn't do the trick for her. So we built this application to support her and to support me in our research. So let's say we wanted to, we have a couple of favorite recipes that we wanted to be able to refer to. So let's say what I would do is I would create a category for recipes, and I click Add New Category, and I just give a category a name. So I'll say recipes. I save that category, and I now have a category called recipes. Then let's say one of my favorite foods is barbecued ribs. So I'll type in recipe for barbecued ribs. I will go to a page that I have up already that for my barbecue ribs. McCormick's is my favorite, and all you have to do is click on the URL that will highlight it, and you can just do Control-C to copy it, and you go back to the Save My Bookmarks page. You type the HTTP by clicking before it, taking the mouse and going over, and hitting Control-V, which is paste. You hit save, and you've now saved your barbecue rib recipe. If you click on barbecue ribs, you'll go right to that page. Let's say we have another recipe for Maryland crab cakes. If you're from Maryland, which I'm from, you definitely want a crab cake recipe. So I'm going to click the plus button to add a new bookmark or a new entry, and if you hover over the plus, you'll see the add the bookmark. You click and you say Maryland crab cake, or you can just say crab cake. You go to your browser and pull up the page where you had your crab cake recipe. You click on the URL anywhere in the URL, type Control-C, go back to Save My Bookmarks page, highlight HTTP by just clicking anywhere and taking the mouse to the left, hit Control-V, which is paste, hit save, and now you have your Maryland crab cake recipe. You click on the link and you will have your recipe. We're also planning a trip to North Carolina, to Asheville, North Carolina. So I'm going to add a new category for Asheville, North Carolina. I hit save, and I have an entry where I want to store some information about that trip. One of the great churches in North Carolina is the Basilica of St. Lawrence.
St. Lawrence.
So what I do is I'll type in the Basilica of St. Lawrence. Hopefully I typed it correctly. I click on the link. I type Control C to copy. I go back to Save My Bookmarks. I overtype HTTP. I type Control V. And now I have a link for the Basilica of St. Lawrence. If I click on that, I'll get the Churches of the World page. On our trip to North Carolina, we want to go to there's a cheese trail there. So I want to have a link for cheese trail.
Western North Carolina cheese trail.
Which is a Western North Carolina cheese trail. I click on the link for the cheese trail. I hit Control C. Go back to Save My Bookmarks. Overtype HTTP. That is there in case you just want to type the URL in case you know it. And I hit save. And now I have the link. If I click the link, boom, I go to the cheese trail. So with Save My Bookmarks, you have a button for adding a new category. Within each category, you can add a bookmark. If you, for some reason, don't want to save the category anymore, and you hit delete, you'll delete all the categories and that will be gone. If you want to go through and change anything about any of the bookmarks or the URLs, you click on the pencil icon and you can type anything you want. MSNBC News. And it will update that URL. If for whatever reason you don't like one of these pages, you can delete it. If you put your mouse over any of the icons, it'll tell you what it does. This is a remove bookmark page. So let's say you don't like Rachel Maddow. You click on that. We'll ask you if you want to delete it. We say yes, and it'll be deleted. So that's all there is to it to Save My Bookmarks. I hope you found that useful.